Another one is implied consent. So anyone who's had a DUI should be familiar with that. There's basically a card. Most law enforcement have it memorized that they read it from a card, and it advises them of their constitutional rights, because technically you don't have to submit to a blood draw. You can absolutely, or a breathalyzer or whatever. You don't have to submit to chemical testing. And they have to give you this warning before you consent to taking the test. And so they have to read it. They have to do it at the correct timing in the process, and then you have to knowingly, give your consent based on that warning. You have to understand it and know that you've and know what you're consenting to. And then there's the chemical testing itself. If it was done, was it done properly? Was the person who administered it, did they know what they were doing? In the case of the intoxilizers, to the extent that they're using those anymore, they actually have to give us all of the maintenance records and things for that machine. They're required to do rigorous testing to make sure that it's working like it should. I've won cases on that. Or had cases dismissed because they couldn't produce the appropriate records, or they had not been maintained like they should be. Believe it or not, I've actually challenged whether they've been driving or not. You'd be surprised how often law enforcement will charge someone with a DUI when they've done the right thing, which is to say pulled over. So, timing was the other one. When you consume alcohol, as with anything, it's passing through your body, it's being metabolized. And so as time passes, you can actually take a drink, liquor drink, be fine to drive for a period of time, and then as it metabolizes, then you become intoxicated. Anyone knows you're not instantly intoxicated when you consume. So the timing has to be right. If they wait too long, it can increase. And so it's more like the percentage. So for per se DUI, where you've got to be 0.8 or 0.08, or higher, if they wait too long after you were driving, it can cause your blood alcohol content to, they could catch it at the peak rather than where it was when you were driving. So that can be an issue as well. But getting back to the other thing, I've represented more than one person who was arrested after being found asleep in a vehicle by law enforcement.